Hey everybody, Jess. Welcome to the Weekly Geek, catching up on all of your entertainment news. Haven't seen you guys in a couple weeks, but we did some special stuff around the holidays. Excuse me. But there wasn't much going on, like as far as regular TV for the last few new stuff really. A couple things on Netflix and stuff like that, but by and large, most of the regular shows were, and everything was different and on a holiday schedule. So we're going to catch up on everything that's new on the streaming services, on regular TV, good stuff. So before we get into that, give everybody a kind of a minute to jump in. Some cool stuff that's been going on. If anybody didn't catch us Saturday night, excuse me. We went to the Center for Puppetry Arts yesterday. Oh my God. If you guys haven't caught the video yet, you can check it out. We posted it this morning or this afternoon. But guys, if for any of the Georgia people around Atlanta, check out the Center for Puppetry Arts. It great time. Like really one of the coolest things I've ever done. One of my favorite things that we've covered. It's like up there with the Cabbage Patch Museum, but honestly, like the Center for Puppetry Arts. We got to see just so much. Oh, like the Jim Henson stuff. Like I wanted to cry. Like every time I turned a corner, like awesome. And it wasn't just like, oh, okay, there's the Muppets. Like it was Pigs from Space and the Phenomena guy and it's from Mystery Science Theater 3000. That was so cool. And it was like Emmett Otter and oh, here's Labyrinth, stuff from Dark Crystal. Like every corner, it just got cooler and cooler. Like I loved it, and had the best time. I can't say enough about it. So if you're ever visiting Atlanta and you're looking for something, I highly recommend the Center for Poetry Arts. Loved it. So definitely check out that video. It's really cool to see, but if you ever get a chance to experience, not pass it up. It's really worth it. Totally loved it. Even their gift shop was amazing. Like the pop figures and lunch boxes. It wasn't just some stuff that says the name of it. Like it was really cool stuff. They had puzzles and board games from Labyrinth and Dark Crystal and Fraggle stuff. And it was cool. Everything. I loved it. I just absolutely loved it. Check it out. All right, so I guess I will start getting into the business. All right, so first I'm going to go over some quick what's new and what's returned on regular TV. So I'll just I wrote everything down, which may be a roundabout, but we'll get to everything. So Saturday Night Live is back from break, which usually I don't know. I'm kind of back and forth. Like a couple seasons ago, I thought Saturday Night Live was just really good. And in the last couple seasons, it hasn't been as funny, and a lot of the sketches have like, eh. But every once in a while, they just do a stellar episode. And so Adam Driver was on this week, and another undercover boss, like Kylo Ren going undercover on Undercover Boss again with a new character. So that was really cool. Who follows the channel, you know that Danny and I very recently covered Medieval Times. And they did this Medieval Times sketch that was hilarious. I mean, Danny and I were crying laughing. So if you get a chance, check out the Adam Driver episode of Saturday Night Live. He's always great on it. But some standouts were always the Star Wars sketch. The Kylo sketch is always funny. in the medieval times was absolutely hilarious. Um, so they've concluded already. It seems like it started and then it was gone. The first half of the new season of Rick and Morty. Um, so they're done already. I believe they should be coming back with 5 more, but they haven't given a time yet. But I mean, while I'm highly annoyed, the first 5 episodes were really excellent. Really liked them. So if you're a Rick and Morty fan, check it out. So a little bit of sadness for me personally, and I know some of you. This week is the Good Place finale. If you follow the Good Place, like I did so, um, it. I'm curious to see and it's a double episode this week. Um, because the last episode had a very final air to it. Like it didn't seem like there was really much coming after that. Sure what will end up going on for the last episode, if it's going to be kind of a special sort of thing. Not really sure. It'll be good to see, and I'm sure it'll be sad. I'm really sad to see the Good Place go so quickly. I know they didn't want the series to get like kind of trite and silly. I felt like it could have used maybe one more season at least. I don't know, but an excellent series, and I'm super sad. So Thursday, Good Place finale, check it out. For any of you guys who follow Blacklist, as you know I do and love, back until March, so don't hold your breath too hard on that one. I hate when they do this every year, and every year Blacklist takes like a long mid-season break. Of a fad that got started by The Walking Dead and picked up by a few other series, and it's one that I do not like at all. Okay, so Danny and I ended up watching the first episode of this new series with Jason Biggs called Outmatched, which I thought was going to be really like that. First episode was kind of cute. I'll check it out again. Not too sure how I feel about it yet, but so far it was pretty decent. So um another new show that I really, really enjoyed. There's a show on Freeform, a new show called Everything's Going to Be Okay, or It's Going to Be Okay. I don't know if I wrote it down wrong, but check it out. The first like 3 episodes, if you have like Hulu TV, or if you go through on demand, excuse me, it's on Freeform, but really adorable show. About an older brother who ends up kind of taking care of his 2 younger sisters after their dad, and like the sisters are really adorable. The older one is autistic, and the the actress who plays her really just job. Really, really adorable character. Really like it. So check that out on Freeform. It's going to be okay. Or everything's going to be okay. You on that one. Another new show on NBC. If you guys caught, they've only aired the pilot episode that shows Zoe's list. Oh, excuse me. My allergies have been acting up a little bit. It's been rain on and off, and I always have a terrible time. So, yes, Zoe's Extraordinary Place, really, really adorable. It was so much better than I honestly expected it to be. I'm trying to think of the girl's name. Jane something, the girl who was on Suburbia, and The kid from Glee is on it. Really adorable. Check it out. It's coming like on its regular schedule in February, so look out for it in the next couple weeks. Another new show on this week episode, fortunately, was that show Aquafina is Nora from Queens. So I didn't know what to think about that one either, or if I watch it, because through Hulu TV, there's a lot of channels. It seems like every channel it's on was one we didn't have. Comedy Central, they aired it all at the same time on Comedy Central, Nickelodeon, MTV, all of which I don't have through Hulu. But it was on the Pop channel, so I got to see it on that. And it was cute. I liked it. Check it out again. Like as far as I had seen before, it was a Comedy Central show, but then it showed up, played across like a few different networks. So if they continue to do it, if not, I'll have to wait a little while. Like Comedy Central shows, I get access to, but not as soon as they air. So I'll be a little behind, possibly. It was a really cute first episode, funny. Enjoyed it, so check it out. I know we have a few fans of Schitt's Creek, which is also on Pop after, like, so I don't know if that'll be like a regular thing that Schitt's Creek, that it'll be on before that, but they're in their new season, so always a good one. Tomorrow night, on TNT is, or TBS, or both, TNT, TBS, TNT. The second season from that show Miracle Workers. The season's called Dark Ages, with Daniel Radcliffe and Steve Buscemi. Looks really funny. The first season was good. I'm gonna check out the second season, so that starts tomorrow night. And a couple of off I wanted to let you guys know about real quick. So this one was on Apple TV, which I don't normally pay too much attention to, but it got enough, kind of caught my attention. There was a show called Servant on Apple TV. It was done by like M. Night Shyamalan. So, you know, the vein of that, it's suspense, not not, I won't say horror necessarily, but suspense mystery. It has a horror-esque, to it. The first season just ended. There is going to be a second season. It was really good. If you have access to it, check out Servant from Apple TV. It was really good. Thank you for keeping up with my fact checking, Danny. Let's see. Gotta say hi to Asmic Chronicles. Hey Mike. Hey Jonathan. I have to like scroll up, see who else is here. I think that's all you guys that are in the chat right now. But good to see all my people. Nice to be back hanging out with you guys. Another series that I haven't seen yet, but it's gotten kind of sort of feedback, so I'm going to check it out this week. The show The Outsider on HBO. It's from a Stephen King book. I actually haven't read, which is odd for me because I pretty much read all the Stephen King books. So yeah, it just started on HBO. From what I hear, positive from like fans of the book and things like that. So series seems to be worth checking into. That you have access, you can check that out. There hasn't been much new stuff on Hulu in the last, I don't know, month or so. The second season of Castle Rock ended. It was excellent, excellent, excellent. I talked about it a couple times. Didn't get into the first season. Season of Castle Rock on Hulu was really, really good. And I'm kind of psyched to see like where they go from here. Season 3 of Marvel's Runaways on Hulu came on. Um, it's okay. I watched some of it. I was into the first season a lot. Season have been a little bit harder to keep into really like continuously, but if you like Marvel's Runaways, season 3 is up, so you can check that out. Um, Show called Shrill with Adie Bryant from Saturday Night Live. Second season of that was up this week. It's a quick like half-hour show, so a whole season really only hours to watch. So it's a quick watch and it's a decent show, so you can check that out. Um, on Disney Plus. So there was one new series added, kind of kids, like something about the kid president or something like that. I haven't seen it in real. Um, if Disney Plus does not start rolling out new series early, I'm gonna lose interest fast. Like at this point, we've had it for a while, so we've watched all the Disney movies much, and the only series that I really keep up with and follow, like we watched all of The Mandalorian, and that was excellent. I watched that because I just think it's adorable, and the Jeff Goldblum show. But other than that, like none of it's been really attention grabbing. So to like roll out some new series, kind of like every couple, every I don't know, couple weeks, something like that. Like in order to keep up with the other streaming services, you can't just rely on movies. Like I know you have things on the horizon. Um, you needed to have some of them ready, especially like Netflix rolls shows out pretty regularly. Something new to check out. Like Hulu, not as regularly, but they're getting better and better with things. Um, I mean, they're all hit or miss. Some of the series aren't great, some are. But for a streaming service, you're not going to keep paying for it if there isn't new content. And with Disney, it's kind of like, okay, this is the library. Like, it's not going to change. So it's not like Netflix where like movies come and go and, different shows may be on time and not, you know. Um, so I kind of feel like Disney Plus is going to have a hard time keeping repeat subscribers until they have some more original content rolling out. Um, so on to our final category, and that's what's new on Netflix. So I'm sure some of you guys have seen, especially if you're video game fans and all that good stuff, the Witcher series. It's been really popular around everybody that I've seen on Facebook and different places and things like that are into it. I've seen a few episodes of it. Danny started it and then kind of had to stop and start over again so I could watch it with him. So we're in the middle of it now, and so far so good. I like it. Story. It is reminiscent of Game of Thrones a little bit, but uh, there's a lot, you know, about it. And so far, I've been into the storyline. So check out The Witcher. It's gonna be popular at like it's gonna be a big cosplay cons. I'm sure of it, so it'll be good to know about. Keep up with your geekdom. Um, Danny's also been playing the game, so he knows more of the whole thing and how well it. Okay, as you can see, Danny's opinion is The Witcher is awesome. um, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina came on with the third season. I haven't finished it yet, but I've watched much of it. I surprisingly, it's like they got to be careful with things that I don't know, like it gets cheesy fast, but I thought that they've done a really good job series. I was shocked that they kind of made it as dark as they did in the beginning, but once you kind of get used to all that, it's pretty decent. Season, they keep finding excuses to break out into musical numbers, which like they don't just randomly do, not like a musical, like they for it, like, oh, the band is practicing, or oh, the cheerleaders are practicing. Like they always find a reason to try to make it, but it's super weird. Like I hope they don't like push the envelope too much with that. So far, it's been tolerable, but they don't really kind of make it too cheesy and like try to find excuses for Austin from Austin and Allie to sing and stuff. It like kind of like I wish they would sort of stick to the story a little bit in the first couple seasons. So uh okay. The show You on Netflix came out with their second season. Um I liked it a lot. But I honestly think the second season was better even. But it's a great show. Side note, I know from is one of the creators of that show. And so like that's cool. She was a worked on stuff like American Gods and Sons of Anarchy, stuff like that. Um and she's a producer on You. Uh like I know just from like knowing her that she has a kind of deep seated hatred of the show love I mean of the movie, which if you see the second season of You, like you'll catch a couple digs at that movie throughout the season, which is kind of hilarious. If you know the creator of the show hates that movie with a burning passion. Um, but check out You. It's maybe not more in line with my like horror stuff than geek stuff necessarily, but I don't even know where to category. Very suspense, crazy. I don't know, but really cool. Check out You on Netflix. Um, Another new show that was on this week is a show called The October Faction, which we've started so many series at once. I'm kind of in the middle of like now, which I'll get through all of this week. And by the time I see you next time, I will have a complete opinion of the full season. Yeah, the show October Faction is pretty interesting. Haven't quite gotten the whole story about it yet. It's like the mom, the dad, and some kind of like monster hunter or something like that. Um, it's a pretty cool show. Kind of came out of nowhere, so we're checking that out. And so far, it's um, there is a Dracula show that popped up on Netflix. Um, I have not checked it out yet. The reviews that I've seen from people have been mixed about it. A lot of people are like, "Oh my god, it's excellent," and a lot of, "Oh, it's really terrible." Oh, yes, horror absolutely does fall under geek stuff, Danny. Uh, I'm gonna have to check out this Dracula thing eventually. I don't know how to feel about it, and it's also in a very kind of weird format. It's 3 episodes. Here, it's three very long episodes, like 2-hour episodes or something like that. Um, so check out if you're into all of that. Um, And lastly, quickly, even though we don't much get into type stuff on the Weekly Geek, although we will be soon, because in February that Lego competition show is gonna super psyched about it. I think it's called Brickmasters. Yes, that's pretty much how I've seen Jonathan. People I saw didn't like it. But a few people I've seen, but there's certain people that just like everything and kind of don't have. I tend to check into the critics first because, yeah, I don't like everything. So it out because I feel obligated to present everybody a accurate view, but I'm not jumping on it in any way, shape, or form. That yeah, super psyched about that Lego show coming on. I don't even remember what channel it's on because I saw like one commercial for it, and that was like quite a while ago, like a couple of months ago. I mentioned it to Danny while he was streaming one night. Starting in February 5th. I know that was the date that starts. Um, but I'll definitely have that info for you guys for sure. So yeah, as much as we don't get too much into reality type stuff, um, Danny made me watch this show. The show The Circle that was on Netflix. They put it out in kind of like stages, so they would do it like 3 episodes at a time, until all the episodes were out to watch it all. It was an interesting enough show, and I won't give too much. Well, it's hard not to give too much. Put it this way. I was super unhappy with who ended up winning that show. And I am boycotting evermore. Is there a billboard for it? That's awesome. But yeah, so if you're into that kind of thing, it's this show where they have all these people come their own sort of little hotel suite that they live in the same building, but they never meet each other. All of their interaction is over a social media sort of platform. So every once in a while they get to show a picture or chat with each other or whatever. But they don't the person could be really who they say they are. They could be like a catfish and lying about their identity. But you know, and you like have to vote people out, vote who's the most popular, and they add new people onto the show throughout this, like as people get voted off. Um, and so it was interesting enough, the premise and everything. And like it was cute. And if you're into it, check it out. And if you check it out, let me know if you hate the winner of that show as much as I did, and that you'll never. But yeah, so I think that that pretty much covers everything that I had new for this week. Another one I want to check out. I think it's a movie. I'm a little iffy on it. That like Troop something with Viola Davis that's on Amazon Prime. Looks kind of cute. I have to wait for that one because I don't have Amazon, so I gotta wait for those Prime shows sometimes a little bit. But other than that, I don't think that there's been as far as movies. We did get to see finally the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. I was very iffy about it. because for several reasons. Let's just say I was kind of like, this could go really wrong really easily. Like, older, some of this stuff might seem like too ridiculous at this point. Um, like I knew he was gonna do a lot of it like around his daughter, which did in some of his other movies. But I have to say, we really, really kind of enjoyed the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. Um, it's a little bit ridiculous, but like, what is it not? And it was a really cute story. I liked it a lot. So I think it's out on DVD and available for rental. I don't think it's on stuff like Voodoo yet. Um, but it is out there and available now, and not just tour. Is like the only way to see it before was the like Kevin Smith did a whole reboot tour, and that was the only way to actually see the movie. It wasn't like normally just released in theaters, but we finally got to see it. It's finally available to the greater public, and you can check that out. Really cool, like seeing a lot of the from the old movies come back and stuff like that. A lot of cameos, a lot of throwback stuff. So if you're a Kevin Smith fan, you will definitely enjoy it. So that's one that you can check out. Um, and I think that that's probably it for tonight. Not a long one, but quality time, my people. Um, so yeah, it's mid-season time, so a lot of shows are back, a lot of new stuff to check out. Let me know watching if there's anything that I haven't talked about that you think is worth checking out. Always let me know because I'm always looking for new stuff. And great night. Thanks, guys. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.